Hello everyone and welcome back. So today's mani tutorial is on this lovely heart and rose Valentine's Day mani, and this one isn't too terribly hard to do. Now you will see multiple different lamps. You don't need all the lamps that I have, but it does make it easier having some of them. So I have my tips here already on my stands. So things you will need. You will need a rose mold, like this one here. You can get them on Amazon. Silicone nail charm molds is generally what I search up. And this lovely heart mold here, also from Amazon. And this heart mold from Amazon. I believe they came from the same multi-pack. I could be wrong. But they're pretty easy to find when searching up on Amazon. So I will also have a magnet to go with this Born Pretty Gold Magnetic Gel from Born Pretty. Now this is the base color. And I did purchase it recently, so I should be able to have the link below. Now, I'm going to say this again. I will spell it, but I am not going to try to say the name of it because these letters do not make sense in the order that they are in. RARJSM Gel brand for metallic gold. It's like chrome gold. And then I have this color change one in green from the same brand. And these are all liners that came in sets. And then I have this lovely, beautiful red from the same brand that's very sparkly. I used Born Pretty's red, but any deep red gel like this will work. Used Beetle's Top Coat, and if you're putting this on your natural nails and not tips, then you need to use a base gel as well. And I'm using McCart's base gel because it's just one bottle that's getting really low, and I want to get it off my shelf. I am also going to use Beetle's Rhinestone Glue, acetone, nail art brush. I have an LED stamper light. I use this to help smooth the charms onto the nail. I have two different types of hand lights, one that's on a stand and one that's not. So as stated, you don't have to have those, just your basic regular lamp, and of course it doesn't have to be this brand, is all that's really required. These other ones are just to help make things a little easier, but they are not necessary. So I'm going to go in with our base color. And let's go ahead and get into the demonstration. So, on all of your nails, you're going to want to put one coat of the gold. Nice even layer. And then you're going to go underneath your finger if you're on your natural fingers, or underneath the tip if you are on a nail tip. See how it has a hint of color there now? It will layer upon the color within the base gel, these pigments, on the next coat. Make sure it's nice and even. If you can somehow hear my son in the background, I apologize. He is still awake. It is bedtime, but he's still jabbering away very loudly through the door. So I apologize if you can hear him. He just didn't seem to be quite ready to lay down yet. He must have slept pretty good last night. Okay. Here we go. And we're almost through with this step. Good. Get the polish off the bottom of the nail. Ooh, that was close. Good thing the wand caught it. Oh no, but I did not. I was not I was not so successful. I cannot speak right now. My kid may not be ready for bed, but I am. I am very ready for bed. Started the day with my body trying to have a migraine from lack of sleep and congestion combination. I've been fighting it ever since. Thankfully, I'm not feeling too shabby at the moment, but I know that as soon as this Dayquil wears off, that's not going to be the same. Hard to sleep when you're congested. But it's clearing up. We're actually having good weather days again. And not these ridiculous weather days that like to cause my nose to turn into a hydrant. So this is what it'll look like when you've done the first layer. It'll look like it's just a hair foggy. And that is okay. That's what it's supposed to look like. Okay. So while we're waiting on all of that, let's go ahead and start our charm process. Okay. Does that help make it more visible? Oh, a little bit. Okay. So now we're going to take our red sparkly gel. And we're just going to work it around the inside of the mold. Come on. And I'm just going to clean up around there. Now we're going to go in on this heart. I don't even know that I'll be using all the lamps that I showed you guys, but they are all ones that are helpful in this process. It all depends on what's going to be the most efficient to show you guys. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that in the lamp for 60 seconds. And back this up. Okay, back to our magnetic gold from Burn Pretty. Jeez. Hubby's having a sneezing fit. And go ahead and paint another coat. We have this lovely gold here. And then we're going to take our magnets. And we're going to enhance those pigments. Like so. Okay. I'm going to do that on all the nails. I'm going to zoom in on this next one so you guys can see it a little better. I apologize for how loaded this brush seems every time I pull it out of the bottle. It's a brand new bottle. I literally just got it today. So, yeah, it's pretty full. Okay. go. Now that we've pulled all those pigments to the surface, like that. Alright, so now we're going to go in and enhance the pigments. They're nice and reflective. The forefront. This is one tired mama. Okay. All right. Got all of those. Pull that out. Pop that in for 60 seconds. Okay. Something else you're probably going to want is some nice fine needle point tweezers to remove your charms from the molds. Come on. Okay. So. We're going to do the same two images on this mold again. And zoom in here. Okay. Okay. If you get it over the edge of the mold, don't worry, you can clean that off. And it's trimmable as well if it cures into the charm itself. For those of you who have been with me for a while now on my channel, because we're a little over a year in, you all know how OCD I can get about things. So don't mind me if I'm cleaning up something that really be easier to clean. To probably be easier to trim. This is just, I'm OCD, and it's definitely more prevalent at night when I'm tired. We're also going to need one of this big heart here. We'll only need one of that one. We'll go ahead and get that out of the way. Okay. We're going to go ahead and pop that in the lamp. 60 seconds. We're going to go ahead and grab this mold here. We're going to need this image. Let's see if I can make it more visible. Maybe. Kind of. This one right here. So this is where we're going to take our gold liner gel, and we're going to very carefully apply it to the smallest heart in the mold. And we want to do this as thinly as possible. You will likely need to do 2 layers before adding the clear gel, because you cannot build this up with this. I have tried many times, and it's almost impossible because it starts getting too thick in a spot and it won't cure properly. So you got to do this very, very thinly. This is the most challenging part in my book. Alternatively, you can fill it with clear and then paint it afterwards. It'll have a slightly different effect, but it'll still look good. This is where having a little light like this is helpful. Okay, I'll go ahead and pop out these charms. And this is why I say it don't matter too much. You can just take tape, clean off the excess pieces of gel. Okay. Go back in on this heart. The goal is just to make sure that all the visible parts of it are coated in gold. It don't really matter if the entire thing is filled with the gold. It just matters if all of the visible parts have it. So you are going to have to run it up the side of the mold, and that's where it's challenging because it's going to want to slide down inside the mold instead. When it's that thin, it wants to just pool. That is what we do not want, is for it to pool. We're going to need 2 of this particular heart image. So while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and work on this one. So we're going to need 1 more of this and this with the red. Oh, no, we only needed 1 of the smaller one. I started making an extra charm like an idiot. It'd be okay. We only need 1 of this one. I miscounted. This might goof up. Let's try not to waste too much. Scoop as much as I can of it out of there. For those of you wondering why I'm not using the liner brush that this comes with, is because way too much gel gets on it. It doesn't fit in that space. It's just too big. Okay. Put that in for 60 seconds. Okay. So, back to our little hearts here. Now, we go in with a healthy amount of base gel within that heart and cure it. I'm missing one. What happened? Okay. Oh. It's attached to my hand. I was going to say, oh no, I'm missing one. What happened? Okay. That mold is done. We don't need that one anymore. And now we're going to go in with our glittery red. And we're going to go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. Okay. Now we're going to need this rose and this rose. I'm going to start by going in with the Born Pretty red. Into the rose petal part of the mold. I'm going to make sure you get into all the nooks and crannies. Remember, we do not want to go in too thick. If we go in too thick, it will not cure properly. So make sure that all of this that you're putting in is nice and thin. So coating the entire mold. You will need to go in with layers. Okay. There's the startup. We're going to need to cure that. There's our lovely little hearts that I just dropped. And we're going to create a second pair of them. I'll put that in there. I'm going to go back to working on these. Let's get another layer of red going in here from Born Pretty. All right. You're probably going to need to do roughly 3 layers of the red before you have the mold filled the way you need it to be. I had to do 3 last time, and it looks like I'm going to have to do 3 this time, at least on the very large one. On this medium one, 2 fills it. Now we're going to go in with the green that's color change. Though any green of roughly this shade is fine. And we're going to go into leaves and the stem. Go in, up inside, the curvature of the leaves. All right, put that back in the lamp, then go back to working on our hearts. Right after I fix that, because that clearly slid over to the center instead of covering what I needed to cover. So now that we got it looking like that, we're gonna pop in the lamp. "60 seconds. Base gel. Golden heart. There we go. Okay. So we are almost done with the lamp over there. So 8 seconds left. Ding, ding, ding. All right. So we're going to go in again with the green. ensure that there are no missed spots. Okay. Now that that has been filled in, we have one more spot that needs red because it did not fill. There we go. Let's go ahead and pop that in the lamp for 60 seconds. And now we're going to go in with red on these hearts. Okay. All right, now the fun can begin. All right. Okay, that happened last time too. Ended up coming off in two pieces, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay. So this is what they look like. One's just a little smaller than the other. Okay, come on. There we go. We got our last charm here, and now we are in the application process. Oh, cool. Let's try that again. That didn't look good. I may have to redo that. Okay. All right, let's start with the thumb. And we're going to take our bling gel. Across across the nail like so. A little bit more over here too for the hearts. Okay. Come on. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush, go around. So, I'm going to take the hearts. Yeah, I need more gel there. Okay. Turn them like that. Okay. Pop that in the lamp. Hopefully this finished curing properly. Yes, it did. Good. Okay. Okay. Putting my molds away. Let's go ahead and start applying our jars. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. 2, 1. All right. And we're going to go in with bling gel. There it is. That's what I get for laying it on the black square. Blend it in. Camouflage. Okay. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pop that in the lamp to cure it. This is what it looks like. Okay, so now I'm going to take a little bit of this bling gel, a lot, this upper corner here, and I'm going to take this double heart, and this is where this particular light is helpful but not necessary. You can hold it down with tweezers instead and put it under the lamp, or use cling wrap tightly across it. We're going to go in with the bigger heart down here. With some bling gel. And turn it. And see how it doesn't want to stick down? This is why we go in with one of these. And it presses it down nice and flat. We're going to do the same with this. Put hearts up here. Turn it. Face. Like so. I don't foresee needing this one, so I can put that one away. It was helpful when I was creating this, though. Okay. Now towards the bottom of the nail, apply our bling gel. And then we're going to go in with the hearts, the double heart. And if I can get it to come off the tweezers. There we go. Okay. And last but not least, the pinky. Get our bling gel. Heart charm, preferably minus the cat hair. Okay, now we got it lined up. I'm gonna need to trim that. On rare occasions, you can squeeze the gel over the edge. Cause some issues there. And taking a pair of nippers will help. You can take a pair of nippers and trim that edge, and then when you go to top coat, it won't be so big of a deal. Okay. Alright, now that we've applied our bling gel, we don't need a super thick layer either. We're going to apply our charm. Like so. We're in the home stretch, guys. Okay. So. Trim the bling gel off the edges of this one because I did it again. This is a smaller nail, it's the pinky nail, so it's not exactly surprising. Okay. The dang putty's not wanting to stay in place, so I apologize, guys. There. Alright, we are on the last step before top coat. So, This step may have gone unnoticed. That's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to take the gold liner gel and we're just going to gently line the edges of the rose. We're just going to line the petals of the roses. Like so. And do it again on this one. And then we're going to go into the top coat. All right. Just like so. And now we're going to get into the top coat phase. Put my tweezers away. Okay. So we're going to take the top coat onto the charms. We're going to do that before we do the rest because this part you kind of have to be very careful with. You got to go very thin with it or you're going to lose details. So you're borderline dry brushing the top coat on to give it that nice glossy shine. Just realized I forgot to actually cure that. That explains the look it had before. All right, we're going to quickly cure that. We are almost done, guys. All right. So now we can go in and top coat the rest of the nail. You may need just a little bit of extra around the charms to help make sure that they are secure. Make sure it's around it. With the exception of the hearts aren't going to matter if you put it over top. Nice healthy top coat over top. You may need to do more than one coat on the ones with just hearts if you don't like how raised it is in any spot. Okay. We're going to put it in lamp for 30 seconds. There we go. Okay. All right. And there you have it, guys. That is how I made this lovely 3D rose and heart Valentine's Day mani. Sorry, I'm having brain farts like you wouldn't believe right now. I am struggling with mental capacity, so that is all for today, and hopefully by time next week rolls around, I will have my MXM box and my Born Pretty package to have those videos for you. And my brother-in-law also suggested a good idea for a mani design for Valentine's Day. So any of you who are Alice in Wonderland fans, stay tuned, because hopefully next week I will be able to get you a Queen of Hearts themed mani for Valentine's Day. So that is on my to-do list. That is something I am planning on bringing out. And I hope you guys found this video helpful and entertaining, and I hope you all are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it may be, wherever you're at while you're watching this video. And until next time, guys, thank you all for watching. Bye.